Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Indigo Gypsy. I'm Jenna. I'm happy to do this tarot reading for Aquarius placements or anyone dealing with an Aquarius. The messages may or may not resonate. Thank you so much for your presence and energy. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. So today, Aqua, I'm going to start us off with some messages from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I'm just going to tap the bowl a few times. And you're welcome to take a few deep breaths if you like. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Spirit, thank you for overseeing this active divination for Aquarius and their absolute highest good. All right, you have 3 messages today. You have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone, and ancient ancestors stand beside you. You got Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So it feels like I'm talking to some very spiritual Aquarians this reading. Trust in the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So I feel like you guys are being called to get grounded because there are some profound spiritual experiences that are about to be realized or actualized here, okay? Very potent time with it being the age of Aquarius. So I feel like any strong Aqua placements have a lot of inherent responsibility to themselves and to the collective. Really, when you help yourself or when you uplift yourself, you are starting a ripple that is very contagious. So it's not necessarily about going around and knocking on doors and handing out pamphlets or anything. Although if you're considering that, please do what uplifts you. But more so just when people see you and your authenticity, they feel like it's safe for them to be in theirs. Okay? So let's get into Keepers of the Earth. That's a 100. That's like a major mile marker for me. So you guys may be at your 100th, whatever, something, maybe your 100th day of working out or at a new job or of not smoking or etc. You name it. Maybe it's day 100 for you. Maybe you have 100 followers, 100 subscribers or something. Maybe one of your grandparents that you really love, maybe they're approaching their 100th birthday, but something about the number 100 is profound here, okay? You could also be a February 1st, a February 10th, or a life path number 1. Okay, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The Keepers of the Earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them. To devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you in your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go it alone. Call upon the Keepers of the Earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right now. And then they have a Work Your Light activation that says, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support in my life, in my work, and I call it in now. And then you can include any specific requests. And then it says, thank you, thank you, thank you. So an attitude of gratitude for whatever it is you're about to receive. Of course, for that which you've already received, Aqua, but all of those things that you would like to experience. Any of those things related to the 100, or maybe you want to go on a trip around the world, or, maybe you want to get married, or maybe just whatever it is you desire, you give gratitude for it before you physically receive it. And that lets your subconscious know that you already have it. Okay. So beautiful energy off that card. I'm getting a strong sense of you guys doing tremendous work on yourselves. And perhaps others have been able to benefit from the work you've done on yourself. Maybe you've helped them directly or even indirectly. Okay. So the other card says, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So I just heard God's work, and then I got an image of all of these people that are in the profession of helping others, like doctors or therapists or tarot readers or Reiki healers, sound therapists, hypnotherapists, you name it, just people that are in the business of helping other people. Okay, so get grounded. Or even animals, just life, period. That's the number 66. So that number could mean something to you. It's a double digit there. Then you have, you could be a February 12th or a February 3rd, life path number 3 even, okay? Then I just heard Route 66, so perhaps some of you have driven through Route 66 to the West Coast or from the West Coast, either way. That could be a thing here for some of you as well. So empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. You are being called to get grounded to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pull this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are 2 types of people, those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree, your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. And then your Work Your Light activation says, do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. Amethyst is also a great stone for grounding, and it is a great stone for the sign of Aquarius as well. Okay. And then the niggle is has to do with the niggling feeling, similar to a pebble in your shoe, something that's sort of bothering you, and getting increasingly annoying. The more you try to ignore it, the worse it gets. And you're being called upon to address that niggling feeling, or that little push to do something that you really want to do here. Okay, Aqua? So yeah, strong boundaries, and you're not alone. Okay, so lots of support. And if something's truly bothering you, setting a boundary is going to keep your emotional cup full, your spiritual cup full. So as I was shuffling the tarot for you, Aqua, the Justice card showed itself. So you could have aspects to Libra in your chart, or there could be a Libra influencing the situation. But this goes along with the Work Your Light cards, and it has to do with all things justice, of course. So You could be getting justice in a situation. Perhaps that niggling feeling was a person. Perhaps you were confusing your energy with theirs. If anyone was treating you less than desirable, you are getting some sort of justice for that, okay? Also, this is an energy of peace, balance, harmony, things looking really pleasant around you, and you feeling really pleasant from within yourself. You feeling at a sense of peace, okay? Like everything in your life is like balanced out. So this is the energy that you want to experience, or that is what you can expect, okay? Just call in the keepers of the earth, whatever that means to you. Call in justice if you need to, or call in, hey, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive this or that. Okay, it could be a court case. It could even be a marriage, okay? Somebody that you're considering getting married to. It has to do with courts and contracts, aka marriages. So, it's a lot having to do with if you're going to make that large commitment in a relationship, then you definitely want to get grounded and make sure that you are going to take this step with somebody that is truly in support of who you are on an internal level, Aquarius, and what it is you're doing, okay? Not someone that wants to come in and change you or nitpick with you. You're already a very unique individual. So the last thing you need is for the person that you're in a relationship with to make you feel anything less than peace and harmony in your life, okay? Okay, so we'll get into your reading. We're going to do 10 cards today. Need a little more room on the board. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands reversed here. So some of you could be feeling like low energy or uninspired, or just really tired, worn out, exhausted. Perhaps you're not feeling very confident. You're not feeling very attractive. You may be a bit moody or finding yourself increasingly angry these days. Just like the niggle card sort of suggests, there's something that is becoming increasingly annoying. And the more you don't address it, Aqua, the larger it sort of gets, okay? It's a revelation of some sort with the moon reversed. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. Or you could, if you're involved with someone on a romantic level, considering marrying them, you could have found something out about this person. You could have found out that, this looks like unfaithful. There's no other way for me to, it looks like somebody that, this is either you just lacking in energy, or this is someone else who is very sexually open. And in their mind, it's okay to be sexually open when you're in a committed relationship with a person who does not adhere to sexual openness. Okay. So, one person may be poly, etc., and the other one is very monogamous. Okay. This is discovering that possibly for the first time. Okay. With the moon reversed. And then this is a relationship here that is not doing very well. Or it's a need to like move out of a residence because of something that you just discovered having to do with someone who is not who you thought that they were. Okay. For others of you, this could just be like something you are, it has to do with the environment that you're in. It's not helping you feel like there's a lot of room for growth and you're not able to produce. Some of you may be having a tough time finding work or an income of some sort, and it has to do with the location that you're in. Okay. Maybe it's haunted or something like that, but there's something you recently found out that has you not feeling very confident, or daring or bold or brave, or you found out someone was seeing someone maybe at their workplace. Okay. So with the Page of Cups here, again, this has to do with not feeling creative, not feeling like you can move freely, not feeling energetic, like you don't have a lot of energy. Okay. For others of you, this represents a child in your life. This child it's very much like this Queen of Wands, whether that's you or somebody in the situation, somebody's biological child. There's a lot of similarities there, but there's sort of this disconnect. Okay. Maybe the child is having some problems or some issues due to the household energy. Maybe the child is afraid of being in that home because it's haunted, or because, there is this discord between the adults happening in the home because of increasing pessimism, and I heard narcissism, but we'll see if that plays a role in this reading. But I did hear that. Okay. I'm not quite seeing that yet through the tarot, but that's always a possibility at this day and age, especially. But yeah, there's a child that maybe is feeling like there's a cap on their growth, or their growth is stunted in some way. Or you could even feel, Aquarius, like you're being treated like a child. And so you're not really feeling like you're not feeling sexy and abundant and like you're a powerhouse, like you're thriving, like Queen of Wands upright energy, because maybe you're being treated like a child, given very strict rules and limitations. And maybe you're not like allowed to leave the home for some of you. Okay. Why it's all happening is the judgment reversed. Perhaps there was a lack of discernment in the situation with the person that seems to be either, sexually explorative without consulting the actual partner or informing the partner or anything like that. I feel like you guys are on two different pages for those of you that are involved with a person. Perhaps some of you are involved with two people, and maybe they're both bringing you down in some way, and it has something to do with your inner child or your past, and something you weren't able to give up or surrender with the Judgment card has you sort of going through these repeated cycles now that you're an adult. Okay. But there is something that needs to be surrendered here. Perhaps a child was surrendered. Maybe someone gave up a child for a relationship that was not worth giving that child up for. And now some of you could be criticizing yourselves internally. And that is another thing that needs to be surrendered. Okay. You can turn all of this around by taking many steps. I mean, just realizing that you don't like the way things are is the first step. Like, I'm not feeling okay with it's niggling me, that's the first step, is recognizing it. And then you can do something about it if you feel like you deserve better or want more here, Aquarius. So what's in your headspace is the King of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, or there are aspects to water signs in your chart. But this is an energy of you are thinking that you are depressed. And because of your limitations, like whether they're limitations brought on by others or they're the limitations that you hold within yourself. You also may be thinking of how insensitive someone is, how careless someone is, how unempathetic they are. So herein lies a problem. We have someone that's an empath, right? We have an empath with the get grounded. And then we have someone that completely lacks empathy. So right there is a niggle, you know? Or you could be thinking, it's possible, Aquarius, that you are insensitive and you maybe lack empathy, or that you have lacked empathy in the recent past, okay? Somebody could also be thinking that way about you or accusing you of that. But there could be someone around you that's taking up a lot of room in your headspace. If it isn't like how unfulfilled you feel, how empty and drained you feel, or how much maybe you don't really care about this person or others, then you're thinking about someone else being that way towards you, that, wow, this person really lacks empathy. Like they really just are emotionally unavailable, or emotionally immature. Okay. So there's definitely this need to get grounded, especially for your emotional well-being. And some of you could benefit from being around water, whether that's a river, an ocean, a swimming pool, maybe running water sounds on your phone or computer could be therapeutic as well. Okay. Or a fish tank. I just heard a fish tank would be a good thing to have around you. So in the recent past, you have the 8 of Wands. So things seem to be moving pretty forward, right? Like things seem to be going well. Like everything was flowing. There weren't any niggles. Things were moving really fast, I feel like. So maybe the situation just moved really fast and everything seemed to be hitting, on point in the connection. Like every delegation of where everyone was supposed to be was doing good. It was moving well. So I'm feeling like that is why you felt safe enough to enter this connection or this situation, because things seem to be flowing well. They seem to be moving steadily, okay, and at a pretty fast pace. Some of you, maybe things moved a little bit too fast and now you're finding yourself in a situation where you're very disappointed and you're feeling like a blockage, okay, in your movement and in your creativity. So here you do have the 10 of Cups. So this is telling me that things were pretty good for a while, They seemed like they were going to be great. Like it seemed like you were going to have it all, right, with the 10 of Cups. So this could also mean that you do have the support of family and loved ones around you through whatever it is you're going through. You have a strong family unit that absolutely loves you and adores you, Aquarius, okay? For others of you, this is what life was like for you, okay? Or this is what life could still be like for you, okay? If you do something about the discomfort that you're feeling and surrender what needs to be let go of, what needs to be released, even if it's a negative mindset, all right? Yeah, life could still be like a 10 of Cups, like the happily ever after. You have it all. Having it all doesn't necessarily mean trillions of dollars. Although if that's your 10 of Cups, that's your 10 of Cups. It just means that you have love all around you. You have gratitude all around you. You have abundance. You've got plenty of food, plenty of water. You have something to wear. You've got the love of children around you, whether you are a parent or not. There's some childlike energy around you, uplifting you and making you feel a sense of innocence and joy and playfulness, okay? This is what life could still be like. And this is what life was like at one point here before you started to kind of feel like maybe devalued for some of you, or like your movements are being restricted here. So what's coming towards you is the world. Okay, so all hope is never lost, right? So the world is telling me that in your future, should you continue to surrender what needs to be released and just address your own needs here, Aquarius. And if you do have child or children and you can address what it is they need, like things will start to be 8 of Wands again. They'll start to move again, and they'll start to move into a new beginning, a brand new cycle where you do surrender what is not serving you. So you can go into the next phase of your journey feeling grounded, feeling replenished, feeling supported by your spirit guides or for the people on this physical plane. But this world is representing an ending, a closure, a cycle completing, like things you don't have to necessarily repeat anymore because you've cracked the code, because you understand the powers of your higher mind and how important it is for you to feel good and be around people that uplift and enlighten you and don't like necessarily try to drain and control you, okay? Or be all over the place when you guys are supposed to be in a committed relationship, okay? That's not cool. You know, that's taking advantage. Like, oh, we're together and we're thinking about getting married, but then you start like sleeping with other people or hanging out with other people, but I have to stay home. No. I'm not okay with that. I don't agree with that. Some of you, maybe you do agree with it, but it doesn't feel right. Maybe you have agreed to let your partner be explorative or understanding about it, but it doesn't feel right to you. Okay. That could be why that Justice card was there in the beginning, because that's Libra energy, and Libra energy on the negative side can be people pleasing and really doing things that you're not okay with, just so that peace is maintained. You know, just so it looks like we have this 10 of cups, this happy family and everything, but really I'm fucking depressed. Like I don't like what I'm agreeing to, okay? And that's when things start to kind of slow down in life, when we don't address that, all right? The energy that you're in is the 8 of Cups reversed, okay? So this is something that maybe you're going back to, right? This is going back to, the 8 of Cups is walking away, reversed, it's coming back. It's returning. So perhaps someone returned to you. It is Mercury retrograde after all. Perhaps someone returned to you, Aquarius, because they felt like you were their 10 of Cups. And their peace with the Justice card at the beginning. You know, maybe they realized that they needed to surrender having those sort of, I guess you could call them non-traditional views in a relationship. And perhaps they came back to you for that reason, so they could start new with you, okay? Maybe they are ready for some sort of growth, but be mindful of this Page of Wands, because there is this energy of feeling like things are not growing, okay? But this could also be you revisiting something that you want to complete, okay? Something that you maybe left on hold, on the back burner, because there was something else that needed to be surrendered, and it grew from a page to a king reversed. But you're revisiting something that needs to be completed. So perhaps you are returning to something in mentally, right? In your mind, like, and you're ready to end it, because the world does represent endings, new beginnings, or maybe travel plans that were delayed. The 8 of Wands does represent travel, right? The world represents travel, but this is like, I can't move. I can't go anywhere because somebody is not really sensitive to my growth, creativity, and exploration. But I haven't surrendered it yet. So this is maybe you realizing that there's something you need to surrender so you can close out a cycle so that you can move freely, which is your 10 of Cups, Aquarius. Traveling, moving freely is your 10 of Cups. Creating also is your 10 of Cups. So the energy around you, my dear Aquas, is the 5 of Swords. So you were right with your suspicions. You were right with not liking something. You were right with thinking that somebody was lacking empathy. You were absolutely 100% correct about that. We have someone around you that is a win at all costs sort of energy. So it's not so good when it's against you, when they're trying to win at all costs against you. When they're winning at all costs for you, that creates a different energy. But when it's against you, you know, there's a lot of hurt, a lot of bruises, a lot of, the crows represent communication, but it makes people feel like, see how he's holding his head? Like, some bad things were said, or some things were left unsaid, or the use of communication was false. But this is definitely an abusive energy. It could be someone that was emotionally abusive or even sexually abusive here, Aquarius. Okay, perhaps you gave this person a second chance, or maybe they want a second chance for some of you. Okay, or maybe you're in this with them for the second time, and things seem to be going really well for a while, but now you realize that you just let some things slide. Okay, and they've been getting away with a lot of abuse here. All right, but since you're in this sort of controlled environment, maybe you didn't realize that's what it was for a while. It can take some time to realize you're being emotionally abused or taken advantage of. Okay, so you definitely hope for success here with the Six of Wands. You're hoping to get your energy back. You're hoping to get noticed, like maybe the work you do, or even in movement. Like you're hoping to get those travel plans back in order, or to get that move to a new house. Some of you want a brand new home in a new location. Perhaps you want to move to another country and you want everything to go great with that. Of course, you wouldn't want any mishaps with that. But that's what you're looking forward to. And the person around you is also hoping to successfully manipulate you again. They're still in this energy, Aquarius. They're still in the Five of Swords. That's not a good card to have in your environment. That's somebody playing mind games, foolery, trickery, unempathetic. Okay, so they hope to gain with you and you hope to gain with yourself. So what do you get for all of this, Aqua? You get the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is regret, longing, remorse, crying over spilled milk, dwelling on the past, dwelling on the mistakes, on the heartbreak, all the what I shouldn't have done these things. So this is what this person, this Five of Swords energy is concluding. I regret the way I treated Aquarius. I regret taking their kindness and using it to my advantage. You know, I regret putting them in third parties. You know, I regret not being faithful. I regret wreaking havoc on our environment that they tried to make peaceful. That was once actually very happy. Like, I regret that. Or this is you, Aquarius, saying, damn, I regret, like, fucking with this person. You know, I regret, like, some of y'all, this is not a judgment, Aqua. Please don't take it as judgment. Even though the judgment card is here, you already judged yourself enough. Some of y'all regret the distance that it's created between you and your child or children. Okay, so heavy regret here, right? Or remorse, okay? And so you did get two other cards, and this is telling me this is what you're letting go of. You're letting go of a reverse King of Wands, or that's the advice, is to let go of this reverse King of Wands. Now you have a pair of people, the King and the Queen of Wands, and they're both reversed. So neither one of them are at their highest potential. Neither one of them are truly feeling confident. Neither one of them are truly feeling attractive, or one of them is overly confident to the point where they don't really regard anyone's feelings with their actions. So that's what you would be letting go of somebody that does have player-like tendencies, someone that is sexually explorative, whether they're in a committed relationship or not. Someone who drains energy and maybe even resources or finances from other people, okay? Someone that feels entitled. You see the crown is coming above the head, but it's reversed though, like, so it's a sense of entitlement. And the lion here is going to represent those lower animalistic natures, those sexual urges, like completely like almost a slave to those urges. Okay, that's what you would be releasing. So, Aqua, I hope these messages were helpful. Thank you so much for your presence and energy. Let's get you a Spirit Oracle card. And please leave a comment if this resonates. And I hope you'll like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. Aquarius. I think it's this. Is there anything else? Okay. So you got opportunity. Live in the moment, let go of the past. There is no point worrying about the future. A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. Embrace it, Aquarius, okay? So don't cry over spilled milk, you know? If you realize something about someone that you're not going to end up like going any further with, that means that there's someone else, you know, that's potentially on their way to you that you can really resonate with and have this 10 of Cups with, all right? Angel over me, just like, what was it? Just like keepers of the earth. Angel over you. Protection card. Angel wings surround you. Trust. Replace fear with love. You are eternally held safe within the arms of an angel. I love that for you, Aqua. If you guys were going through any abuse, I just want to say my heart goes out to you. You're welcome to reach out for a personal. But beyond that, like, I like to see that you guys are closing out cycles and doing what's best for you and any children that you might have. You have the right. You have the right to live this life the way you want to live it. Okay. You should be feeling uplifted, happy, and free, Aquarius. Thank you again for your sharing this space with me. I love you guys so much. And until next time, take care.